Okay, everyone. So let's start today's session. And today we'll discuss some important concept related to IP address. And then we'll go forward with the dynamic routing. Okay. First, already you know that we discussed static routing and default routing. Even I give you the task in the Friday, right? So lots of people already finished the task, but still not all. So who's facing doubt? Any question you want to ask me, then ask. Anyone? It's not like that lots of people finish the task, then I'm asking question how it feels. You are here for learning, that I told you, okay? So confirm me guys, anyone want to ask any doubt or I will start a new topic?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Chandrasekhar.
Sir, explain first task, yesterday first task, topology.
What you not understand in topology?
Routing, sir. I
Routing.
have still confusion.
Okay. Other people? Second one will be specified. Second question of the task. Which task? The task also give you two tasks. Serial cable. Okay. No worry. So first we'll do the task fast forward who already clear. Okay. Maybe they also get some new idea when I will show you some other point, and then we'll do the new topics. So let me open the packet tracer. Some people also asking for alternative option and everything for that. Packet tracer login. Even I told you multiple time. So when I'm telling during the class, where is your focus? See, I'm not denying that don't ask question or doubt, but what I told you last time also, the same question, same doubt, no need to repeat. Which thing already I told you, and if you're not focusing on the class, then revise the recording. That Net Academy platform or Skills Polar, I told you already from 21st to 24 remain down, right? This kind of live update every day I'm not giving, but I told you that before that create account and login. Still someone asking that is there any alternative option? I'm not able to log in this and that. So here, let's create that topology. We'll use router, not 0, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This way it is, or this way. Well, let me check that screenshot. Other training. Lab topology. Practical. Ccna. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's in the around this way. And everywhere we have 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, right? Yeah. The same device cross cable. 0, 0 outgoing, 1, 0 incoming, 0, 0 outgoing, 1, 0 incoming, again 0, 1, 0, 1. This way already I given you in the task. And this way I draw the extra backend network. Right? Let's make it a little closer. Okay. So I can do the zoom, everyone can see easily. Everyone able to see, right? And what network I suggest you? 1 to 16 series, 12, 23, 14, 32. Okay. One and four connected, 14 and 30. This way we have. Okay. And then we have loop back 10, 1, 1, 1. Router 1 loop back and router 3 loop back. So here we have 10, 1 loop back and 10, second loop back. Router 3, 1 loop back, second loop back. Okay. Now we need to configure the route. Now understand, already I explained multiple times that we can do copy paste from notepad also, right? So that will give us a very fast output. So we'll type the command in notepad and then copy paste. So according router 1, what we have? First of all, we'll type yes or no, then enable, configure terminal, then host name will give R1, interface, we have fast Ethernet 00, IP address 172.16.12.1. Now shut down, exit, and then interface fast Ethernet 10, IP address 172.16.14. 1. And now shut down, exit. Okay. Now for this, people taking the PC and switch, then also okay. Otherwise, in the router, we have the option that we can configure the virtual logical interface. That you will find this way: interface, loopback. In the router, we have this one extra thing. Like suppose for testing purpose, if I want to create a different network, then it's not compulsory required that take a different switch and different PC. Because as a real scenario, let's say what first networking or any other new features we want to add, security features, only networking features, network security feature, whatever. So it's not like first we'll purchase the device and then we'll check it's working or not. But it is better what first check whatever new thing you want to implement. And if it is working fine, then according that requirement, purchase the device. So for the same logic, testing and troubleshooting purpose, if I want to check a different network and IP, so we have this option, loopback. Interface fast is what? Physical interface. In new router, we have interface gigabit also. So this is what? A virtual logical interface, which will act as a one interface, but not physically. Not able to connect anywhere, just give you the idea for checking the different network communication. So this you can use. Then loopback number, IP address. And lots of people also asking here, sir, if IP overlapping and everything. So what I told you, see the properly what the things I mentioned in the task. Everywhere what I mentioned, /24. Everywhere. /24 means what? 3 octet we are going to check. 3 octet is the network. And according that only all IP count as a different. Otherwise what? This all 4 IP, same network, 10 series. If you use the regular 255, only /8. Same thing here also, this whole network become local, same. If you use 2255, because 172.16 everywhere, same. So that I told you all, there are always small twists in my task as a real scenario. Okay. So everywhere what you need to use 22255. And then here, remember guys, it is not a physical interface. So we not require no shutdown command. It's by default on. Whenever you just give the IP address or this name, you will get the notification interface automatically up. So here we not require no, just configure IP. It's for testing purpose. Okay, otherwise I can connect here switch and PC, and from the PC you can ping. Lots of people send video that way also. No worry, it is good. I not tell you that no, this is the wrong task. Okay, but still I'm explaining the task. Even you submit the task, because this kind of small thing I want to tell you. So is this clear? So we'll use type or no, yes or no. Then we'll go to the enable configure, hostname will configure, and then one interface physical, second interface physical, and loop back. So this router configuration as a link up will be done. Then we'll do the routing. Right now we are just giving IP address everywhere. Copy, go to router 1, CLI, full screen, and paste. Can you see 00 change state to up, 10 change state to up, loop back also change state to up. While in the loop back, I not give the no shutdown command. Getting it? And loop back even line protocol up. These two interface line protocol not up because other side router interface still up. So still communication not start. Just no shutdown command, state is up. Interface started, but communication not. Whenever communication start, you will find what? Line protocol up. Now the same thing we require according router 2. So what we have, this thing remaining as it is, router 2 on 00 interface, what we have? This side, 23 and router 2. And this side what? 10, 12 network only, but router 2. And we don't have any loop back, so you can remove this. That's it. Copy. Go to router 2. You can see only 1/0 line protocol up because that is started. And because of this, you can go to router 1 back. So router also get the notification. Only one side line protocol up. Other side still remaining when I start this router. Right now, let's go in sequence. So coming to router 3. According router 3, what we have? This 23 network where we have on 1/0. And router number 3. Then this side we have 34. 00 interface. 34 network and router 3. And here also we have loopback. So interface, loopback, 1, IP address 10.311. And exit. Copy router 3. And then router 4, no loopback. Router 4. Hostname we forget to change in router 3, right? In router 3, hostname router 3. So here router 4. And then 10 this side on 34. So 34 network we have in 10, router 4. And this side we have 14. On 00, we have 14 network. Sorry, here 16 only. Then 14 and 4. And no loopback here. Copy router 4 and paste. So you can see now all port are green. Our link up done. I just take one loopback as an experiment. You have two in your task. I give the two, but only I take one. Rest of thing as it is same. Okay. So now what? Now we require routing. And what I told you the rules for static routing? Simple logic. Whatever the network directly connected, that router already able to ping. Whatever network not directly connected, only do the routing for them. Okay. So in this case, 10.1, 12 network and 14 network directly connected. So we require routing only for 23 and 34. But for this both network, we have two paths. I can go to 34 from here. I can go to 34 from this way. It's a long path, but possible. Suppose this path not working and we are telling that no, not reachable. Instead of that, what? Long path is better compared to not reaching. Reaching after long path is better. Getting it? And same for the 23. Directly this path is better, but this having a long. Getting it? So first I will show you the normal solution. And then I will show you the advanced solution. Normal solution is what? For this path, only assign this path. For this network, only assign this path. Don't assign the second path. Then also your task will work. Okay? But later, I will use both path routing as a backup. Still, one path is only this priority. Second is a backup. Both I will show you. And not only these two. We have this network also. Okay. And whatever I do for this, same thing we need to do for this. And from the router 3 side, whatever I do for this, same thing for this. Okay. So for this network and this, what I told you, router 1 able to ping here, then it will always go upside. So for this and this network, I will assign the router 2 as a next hop. That hey, router 1, if you want to communicate 23 network or 10.3 network, then your next hop will be 12.2. That kind of router 2 IP, which is router 1 already reachable. So 12.2, not the 23.2. 12.2 only. So let's do that. In router 1, this way. IP route destination network. What is the destination network? 172.16.23.0. Remember guys, here you no need to specify IP. You are not doing routing for one IP. You are doing routing for entire network. This also some student getting doubt. You need to type IP address when you configure inside the interface. When you do the routing for 0 in most of the case. Only some rare case where you specify one IP, but in that case also same reason what? Only routing for that one IP. Other IP will not able to. So if I do this way, and let's see if I try to type subnet mask, then obviously it will give error. Because what? You are typing all 4 octet and telling in the subnet mask that check only 3. So router will confuse that no, it is not a proper command. It is some format missing, inconsistent command. That kind of error you will get. So if you only want to check a 3 octet, then only specify 3 octet, not the 4th. That is what? Make it 0. Otherwise, let's say if you want to see error, let me show you. This is what intentionally I'm typing wrong. And next of is also right. But what? You are doing mistake. You can see inconsistent address and bad mask. Getting it? Always remember when you try to configure routing, you need to use network ID. Also don't attach the meaning with 0 because today we learn some other things that other kind of IP also possible as a network ID. when we are going to manipulate the range. Like I told you in between, if you remember, in second week that IP version 4 already going to finish. Only some people are using that. Means only some people will get that new IP version 4. Otherwise, mostly IP version 6. So there is a two solution. One is net kind of things I told you, address translation. And second thing today we'll get that we can divide one bigger network into small network like a subnetting topic. Okay. So I'm not telling that always keep 0, but I am telling always use here network ID, not the network IP, just the ID. That means first IP of the network is network ID. And first IP means not 1, always starting with 0. Okay. So here in type that. And the same thing rest of. Okay, command working. And now what? Second route, like IP route for which network? That loop back, router 3 loop back, 10.311. So again what? ID. And next up will be router 2 only. Here again you can see the IP is this. But when you type this with /24 means what? Indirectly you are telling that check a 3 octet. And the same logic that if you type with the 1 it will give error. And this third network also, router 1 directly don't know. We will do the routes, but for what? From second path. That hey router 1, if you want to go to this network, check the 3 octet and your next hop will be 14 dot router 4. This is your routing from router 1. Any confusion? And same thing from this side. Router 3. Always try to manage topology also what you can see. Otherwise also chances of confusion. This is router 3, right? And also we change the host. No, it's downside. Oh. Okay. So IP route, according to router 3, what happened? These 3 network, actually 4, but I configure 3, is what? Not directly connected. So same thing, according router 3, for 12 network, for this network, next stop is router 2. But this side, now according router 3, how they reach to router 2? 23 network, not the 12.2. Everyone able to understand, right? Anyone having confusion, ask right now. Okay, once I finish the topology, don't jump in between, sir. What is on that point? Whatever I'm explaining, right now only ask any doubt if you have. You can tell me, sir, stop, I have some doubt. So now what? IP route, and then destination network is what? 12. And next up will be 23.2. And second thing, router 3 want to go to this loop back. Next up will be remain same. And then third network we have 14. This network not connected directly with router 3. But for that, next up will be this point 34.4. So from both end routing done. Okay. But still what? Middle router routing is pending, remaining. Now anyone tell me guys, here am I doing some mistake or everything fine till now? Tell me. Everyone? Who's doing practical already or who not done, anyone? Can reply here. Till now what I configure in both sides, it is clear. That means still you are in sleeping. According to the task, what I told you, router 3 replay from the downside. So for this, why I use above path? For this also what? This will be the next stop, not this. Normal routing command is right, but that is not follow the task. According only routing, router 3 also reach here. But that is not my task. What I told you, router 3 can ping router 1 via this path. Right, everyone? And what I run the command? And even I ask for the confirmation. Focus properly. So I don't want any confusion. I remove all command. Okay. I remove the all command with no. And what? IP route. If router 3 want to ping this network, then next stop will be router 4. I want that router 3 can come via router 4. I can go via router 2. That's why. So next stop will be 34.4. Right? Any confusion? Now this network, it is your choice. How you want to do. Okay. If you don't want any confusion, let's say all going via this. That is your choice. For this network also, router 4 is the next stop. And for this network, you can see the topology. Obviously, for this network, above path is the good. Right? Router 2. So for this network, it will come this way. For this network and this network, it will come this way. That routing we done. Any confusion? So now middle router. Again, I'm not telling you can follow the same zig. Okay, you can go in like router 1, then router 2, then router. It is your choice. But according to topology, these both have same kind of configuration. So I'm using that sequence. And these both have a same kind of configuration. Now understand. This is also sometime what if mistake, then router replay directly here. It will not forward this side. So right now there is a simple path according to router 2, 12 and 23 directly connected. Only these two network. Rest of all, we require routing. So for this loopback and this, again what? This path is better. right? For the network number 14, if they come here, only one router, then 14 network. While here, one router, second router, then 14. And same thing for the right side. For this network, this path is better. This side one router, second router, then 34. So for 12 and 23 directly connected. For this loopback and this network, we'll use this path. And for this loopback and this network, we'll use this path. Able to understand? Any confusion, then ask. So router 2. Enable configure terminal. Interface, not for interface, IP route. For the router 1 network. Next up will be router 1 itself. For the 34 network, sorry, 14. Again, router 1 will be the next stop. For other side, router 3 loopback. Next stop will be router 3. And for 34 network, router 3. You can see this side 23.3 next stop. This side 12.1 is the next stop. So now our above side path is done. If router 1 try to ping 10.3, it will forward here. And if router 2 try to ping 10.3, it will forward here. And then our ping successful. But return path with the router 4 and same logic. This network and this network directly connected. For this loopback and this, we'll use this path. And for this network and this, we'll use this path. Coming to the router 4. IP route again, router 1. Next up will be router 1 only, but via router 4. And then IP route for 12 network. Next up will be router 1. And then IP route, router 3 loopback. Next up will be 34 router 4. Okay, I mean router 4, sorry, router 3. From router 4, this side, router 3. And then for this network, also router 3 will be the next stop. And now check the ping. Not all, only ICMP. router 1, ping, why router 2 rejecting? Okay, first time looking for the packet. As I told you, first packet will drop. It is coming from the same side. Really not coming from the downside. But what path we configure according the triple need to come from downside. So here what you need to understand, source. When you try to ping router 3, which IP it will use as a source? That is using 12.1. And for 12 network, what entry we have in the router 3? Above path. But you need to try to send ping from internal address. That is 10.1. That when I try to ping, so from the router 1, do this way, ping only. So it will ask for the protocol. So which protocol you want to use? So right now, regular by default IP as it is. This is some advanced command. Now what target IP? Where you want to ping? So I want to ping router 3 loopback. How many times you want to ping? By default 5, you know that if I do the ping, it will do the 5 times. If you want to change, you can, otherwise enter. Datagram size. So by default, remember normal ping size is 100. If you want to change, you can, otherwise enter. Timeout 2 seconds means what? It will wait for the 2 seconds if reply not come. So that also I told you in the beginning that 2 seconds, 2 seconds it will try and 5 time ping by default from the router. From the PC, desktop, 4 time pings. So here also I don't want to change anything, let it be. But then it will ask, do you want extra command more? Yes, I want. So here not enter as it is, just type Y, that I want more command. Then it will ask you source address. From which source you want to forward the ping. So here you can type that I want to actually check ping from this IP, not from the 12.1. Then rest of things just as it is. Enter, enter, enter. Now check the packet. Again, packet going from upside. One packet rejected. No need to worry. Now, replay coming from downside. It's not like you need to wait. Okay, you can use this. Next, fast forward. Next. So now packet is rotating properly. Whatever my task is working here. Online people, anyone have confusion, ask me. Even classroom people, you have any question, doubt, ask me. Done? If it is clear, online people, at least confirm in the chat box that clear. Classroom people, both side, clear? So this is the normal things. Now, what is advanced things? As I told you that if you see the topology properly, for every network, we have two paths. Router 1 also can go this way and this way. Router 2 also go this way or this way. Router 3 also above side or down side. And router 4 also right side or left side. Every router have two paths. Right now, what configuration I done, that is able to ping everyone. And also they following my task condition. But what is better option? That in this task also, let's say if one cable is down, still entire communication stop. Any one cable. How ping successfully happen? Request and replay. So any one cable is down. Again what? My packet stuck. Any one cable down. My packet stuck. Any one cable down. My packet stuck. So according the task, till now the configuration also okay. If you do the advanced, then also no worry. But what is advanced things? If your topology have a second path, also configure that with the other priority. So it will remain in the topology, but not active as a backup. So what I will do for the same network, 23 and this, in router 1, again I will run the command that you have second path also, but with little more value. What is that we learn already? AD value. So right now let me show you the routing table. But before that, let's come to the real time. So IP route. So what do you find? For 23, via router 2. For 10.3, via router 2. And that is what AD value by default I told you static routing 1. So again configure terminal. IP route. For the same 10.3.1 network. You have the second path. Again see the topology. For this loopback, I can also use this path. That is what? Router 4. But with some extra ID value. 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to give, but more than 1. So it will become other rank, not the first. Let's say I'm putting 3. And same thing for 23. That you have this path as a better. 23 is what? Via router 2. But I also tell that, hey, router 1, you can also reach to 23 via router 4. And same thing. You can check the routing table. Here no any changes. But you know that if I shut down that above path, 0, 0. Interface down. And because of that, what if I check the routing table again? Now still I have the reachability with the 10.3 loopback and this 23 network, but with the value 3. And again, let's say original path comes up. Troubleshooting done, solution is there. And again, if I check, so original path via router 2 is there. Previously what? Via router 4 with the more value. And whenever the original path started, that comes back in the routing. This how you need to do for all. For router 2 also, as I told you, left side good for this, right side good for this. But also this network via left side, more path. And this network 12 and 14 via this side, long path. So this is become your advanced, better real scenario configuration. Clear everyone? Any confusion? Properly clear? Good. So now, what you need to understand? One simple things first we'll discuss, that is network. Big network will divide in the small, as I told you. That here even it is a class A, but I told you that you can use /24. Right? And because of that, what it will going to check 3 octet and this network different. Otherwise, both comes under one same network. And we are not able to configure same network in the different interface. So what is that? Process name I already told you, if anyone remember. Subnetting. Clear everyone? This topic we are going to discuss now. But before that, any option last time confirmed? Doubt in that task? Everyone? Clear? Okay. Yep. Online people also, right? Good. So now let's understand the subnetting. Here we need to understand mainly 2 points for subnetting. One point is what? Wastage of IP, and second things, good management. Not the easy management, but good management. You know that in the management, sometimes we try to do good or better. Little bit difficult, but better. Okay. So let's say, suppose what I'm telling, I will start with the simple class C IP because it's easy for you. You already have an environment of /24, easily understand. So let's say 192.168.1.0. This is our common network. According that what we can easily write that network bit is what? 24. 24 bit is going to check. Then only it is comes under same network, otherwise not. That means what? This many network bit is going to check to take a decision that we both are able to communicate or we are not in the same network. Then host bit is what? 8. Now understand. Simply remember the subnet mask logic which I told you in the beginning. Subnet mask is what? Just a combination of network bit and host bit. It will help us to find out network bit from the IP address. So according this, what it is trying to tell, that check 24 but from this and rest of 8 bit you can ignore. So if I type IP 192.168.1.50 or 1.70 or 1.85 or 1.121, whatever, that all are matching this range, that is following the policy. That means able to communicate. So these are how many IP possible here, guys? First is this. Second is this. That will keep going till what? 254 and last 255. After that what? Range change. 255 means what? Last. After that I want what? 2.0. That also till the 255. Then 3.0. So this point is clear everyone till now. This is the possible IP. How much? 256. 0 to 255. Total 256. That is the value of 8 bit. 8 bit value is what? 256 I told you. But actual counting is what? 0 to 255. From that, now remember simply first IP of any network range is network ID. It is 0 or not 0, that is secondary things. But this is the first compulsory. When I want to take any decision or when I want to write any command for entire network, then I will use network ID. That's why what? First IP is reserved for that. And it's automatic by default. No need to change. If you remember, I give the example also of your batch. Let's say I want to talk to you, same thing for all students. Okay. So one option is what? I will take one by one name and I will talk with him. That will take time. Instead of that, what? I will pronounce directly what? Entire batch. It is for all students. Okay. Broadcast is the things what for communication, but how you indicate, how you identify. So if I want to talk about all students, then I will tell what? 11 to 1 CCNA batch. That is what? Batch ID. Or suppose 11 to 1 other CCNA batch also running, then what? We'll give some other name like what? 11 to 1 Nikon sir CCNA batch. Right? So that way what? If I want to do any configuration, setting, decision for these all IP, that means what? This is my ID. This is not a IP. And again, I'm not telling always with zero concept. I'm telling first IP. Because later we are going to change the range. So according that, it's not like starting from 0. Right now it is starting from 0. By default, it is starting from 0. But we can change. Getting it? So because of this thing, .1 IP, it's known as a first valid IP. Valid IP in the sense, whatever we can use, which we can assign. .0 we cannot assign. Then this is last IP of any network is for broadcast. Same logic. When I want to communicate with everyone. So this is what? This is for identification. But in background, communication happen with this IP. When I do the broadcast. Okay. So let's say if I want to send anything, any data for this, then what? I will send on this IP. In background, it will automatically understand, okay, it is for all, not for one. If I send ping for .1 IP, only ping here. If I send ping for .2 IP, only send here. Same way, if I want to do communication or any kind of networking with this all, then last IP. And that's why this 254 known as a last valid IP. Any confusion if you have, you can ask. Otherwise, this thing you need to remember. Okay. So now what you can say if someone asks the class C, any network having how much IP, then you can say total number of IP is 256, while first is network ID, last is broadcast IP, and valid IP is 254. Okay. Or you can directly do answer in the short also, depend on your whatever kind of communication running. You can say like what total IP is 256. From that first and last we can't use. So valid IP only 1 to 254. That is your choice. If they ask why we can't use 2, then you can explain first and last concept. Okay. It is your choice how you want to answer, but this is the final concept. So now let's come to the again subnetting. What is subnetting things? So understand, let's say in this scenario, still we have what 254 IP. Now, Suppose I have some startup company where I require only 20 to 30 IP. Means what? Let's say main 2, 3 department like accounting, sales, marketing, or HR. We don't have, let's say, multiple accounts. And there is some boss. And around, let's say, 10, 20 employees. But in the startup company, you also know that one employee sometimes handling 2, 3 tasks because the startup company less staff, and that is created by what? As a interest. Some new commerce comes in the business. Right? Are you able to understand the real scenario example? In startup company, we don't have all different departments, but we are actually looking for that kind of person who can handle small multiple tasks. And then company grow, and according that we are hire different department specialized people. At the beginning, we are not looking for specialized people. We are looking for that kind of people which can handle multiple tasks. So what is my core concept here? That we require only 30 IP. While here possibility is what? 254. From that also I can use the 30 IP, no doubt. 1 to 30, or let's say 21 to 50, whatever. But then what? Then other IP is waste. If I want different network, different department, then what? I can't use from this series. I will use 192.162 series or 192.163 series. That kind of practical already we done. Remember the last practical also, not this. Last which we done in the last session. Where we take the 3 network, having 1 or 2 PC, right? And 1 IP on the router, only 3 IP we are using. So rest of IP can I use for second router? No. Second router, different network, different IP. So whatever IP remain in this range, west, I cannot use in the second department, third department, or anywhere else. And that's why we have subnetting concept. So now understand what is the thing here. It is the concept of dividing multiple, let me type proper grammar way. It is the concept of dividing one big network range into multiple small range. Okay. This is what, again, normal definition is a layman language. Technically, if I write, then what? It is the process of manipulating network bit and host bit according our requirement to change the original network range. This is technical definition. By default, what we have, I told you here, 24, that means 24 bit in the network, 8 bit in the host. This is what default value. So see this, it is the process of manipulating network bit and host bit according to our requirement. Okay. So if you have any confusion in this sequence, tell me. In this simple logic definition, then we'll do manually practically right now. But right now this concept is clear, then tell me. If you want to write, you can write this. Just a normal definition I'm talking. This too. For interview question answer. Done? Everyone? Okay. So now how we do this? Let's say we'll use this network only as a target. That I don't want 254 IP in my network. I only want what? 30. Okay. So first of all, write down your requirement and whatever you have. So I have this thing already. Everyone, if you have any network range, so you have this thing already. Okay. So now what? For this process, I will add here one more word, that default network bit and default host bit. This is by default. And now I want to change. Everyone, so remember this thing. Default network bit wording. Don't confuse it. I am talking the same thing, but now I'm just adding the default word. So we can use different terms in the counting. Okay. And what is my requirement? Requirement is 30 IP, or you can say 30 host. So now one simple thing you need to remember, that whatever IP or host you require, actually you need to count 2 extra. Because what? Whatever range you will decide, from that, first and last not going to use. First will be reserved for network ID, last will be reserved for broadcast. That already we discussed. Any confusion in this point? So if I want 30 requirement, that means what? I require range of 32. Right. Is this one clear? This is what it, this is part of your solution. This is your requirement. This is already you have. This is your requirement. And from here you start counting. And now what you need to do? You know that this range is we decided in the sequence. But computer, IT will count in the binary. Previously, how we able to count the 256 range possible? Because of 8 bit. Everyone right? 2 power 8, 256. So same thing you need to understand here. That if I want 32 bit, sorry, 32 IP, then how many bit I want? Just count power of 2 table.
Five, sir.
Why 60? Not 6, 5 only. 2 raised to 5, 32. I'm not talking to multiply by 16. Power, binary, bit, every time double. 2 power 0, 1 only. 2 power 1, 2. 2 power 2, 4. 2 power 3, 8. 2 power 4, 16. And 2 power 5, 32. Okay. So because of this, what? You will get the idea that I require 5 bit for host. First you count what? Value. Total you require 32 bit, and that's why you count that you require 5 bit. Now let's say it's what? Simple counting. That you have this much already, but you require this. That means 3 extra. You can say like what? You are going to purchase something, you have 8,000 rupees. Okay. But your product only comes in the 5,000, 3,000 remaining. So what you can do? Either you can purchase new things extra, or you can put in the saving, whatever. Same thing here. But what the things? Same extra 3,000 you will not get you for the same product. Said, hey, no, I comes with the 8,000. You telling first, okay, you can keep 8,000. I don't want to take this back. Right? Same logic. So what we'll do? Keep in mind simple logic for the IP address. According any IP, either we have host bit, either we have network bit. So if I want to decrease the host bit, that means what? This value increase. Total we have 32 bit. If you want to 8 here, then 24 here. If you want to keep 5 here, then here become 27. Total is that you can't change that size. You can change the address, but not size. Total address is what? 32 bit. Getting it? So here simple counting what? Remaining host bits we can add remaining host bit into network. So what? 24 default. Okay, otherwise you can use this way simple like formula. Default network bit plus remaining host bit. Okay. Now understand, according 24, what is the subnet mask? 255.255.255.0. Simple. But now you need to count subnet mask with some different value. And so that first I will give you this way. This is what first 8 bit, second 8 bit, total 24 bit. Because of this, what we are writing? We are writing this way. Right? 8 bit value is this. Any confusion in this? But when if last is 0, here is 0. But now what we have? We don't have 24 bit, but we have 27. That means extra 3 bit is on. This is my new value. Everyone able to understand? So counting is what? 1, 2, 4. Sorry, one missing. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. So these 3 bit is on. So what is this value? 128 plus 64, 192 plus 32, 224. So this is your new subnet mask. Because of this subnet mask, this IP range will get the idea that I don't need to check 24, but I need to check 27. Okay? Any confusion? So now what you do? You will count the range. Already we have this range. Okay? Now I take actually easy example. So it is coming on the exact 32. Otherwise, sometime what? You will not able to get the exactly binary kind of counting. So you need to count the range again. Possible range of one subnet. That is what? 2 power whatever the bit you decided. Right now it is giving same answer. But sometime what? Let's say you require 27 IP. Then here it is 29. Then also bit is 5. But you can't use the same value here. Okay? And now what? Now you can use the range. IP range. Okay? What is that? Counting from 0 till 31. That is what? Your 32. Okay? Then what? 32 till 63, 64, 95, 96, 127. This way what? Entire 256 IP divide into 32 block. Getting it? If you want to verify, sir, how it's divided, how count? So already I explained here bit number. But let's see more better way so you will get idea. If anyone still have doubt, just wait. Don't ask question right now. Let me just finish this explanation. Previously what? Previously we have 255, 255, 255, 0 slash 24. And right now also what? We have that only in the beginning. But last thing is changed. So we are only focusing on this. Easily you will get it. Already 3 section is same. Till now range is this only. Only changes happen here. Previously what? 0 to 255. Now I am telling it's divided. So we need to only focus on the last. Okay. So here I am typing that 8 bit. Let's say previously we have subnet mask 0. Last octet. Okay. 192.168.1. 1. And 0. And sorry, subnet mask. Previously we have this. And now what we have? So this point I am writing here in the binary. So 0 means what? All 0. You can say 1, 2, 8, sorry, 4. And now this 224 means what? 3 bit already we count. So now let's count as IP range 192.168.1.0 in this network. Let's say we have IP number 1, IP number 51, IP number 70, IP number 125, and one more, let's say IP number 168. So previously what? These all are in the same range because of this till 0 to 255. But now what? Now this binary convert first of all. For 51, count, we not require this, we not require this. 32 we require. So how much remaining? 19. So 16 we require. How much remaining? 3. For 70, 128 not required, 64 required. 6 only remaining. 125, this not required, but this required. How much remaining? 61. Okay. So this I will take. How much remaining? 29. 13. This is 125. Simple. What I told you, this is 128. So this will are 127. Remember that logic I told you. Whatever the next value is what? Less than this. So this is 128. So this entire total 127. Just remove to 125. Okay. And then 168. So we require this. How much remaining? 40. So we not require this. We require this. How much remaining? 8. So not require this one. So previously the last bit is not checking. That's why whatever the binary of this all are comes under one network. It is not checking any section from the last. But now Because of this, it will start checking last section also. So is there any pattern matching? Tell me. Intentionally, I take this. It's not like randomly I select IP. Is there any pattern matching in this? 1, 2, 3. What 1, 2, 3? This 3 bit is matching this pattern with this or with this or anyone. Any pattern is same. I'm not asking pattern as a design. It is matching or not. Then I am asking. That's why these all are in the different network. Previously, what? Network bit only checking this section till 192.161. But now we modified that don't only check 24 but check till 27. And when they try to match 27, this 3 bit is not matching. Getting it? Anyone have doubt, confusion, question, ask right now. This is the core logic what we are going to divide network. If I take any network which is comes under the 32 range, you will find this bit is matching. What is first range? This 0 to 31. So one I'm taking. Let me take 25. What is the binary? 9 remaining. Is this matching? These are in same network. Now getting idea properly? One and 25 is part of same network. I can take 30. 14, 6, 2. And you know that after that, 31. Even for the 31, 32, and this all are total 31. So these all are matching the pattern. So 27 bit from this IP 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.25, 192.161.30, and 192.168.1.31. Any IP from this R comes under same network. Once it become 32, pattern change. Count for the 32. This is 32. Now, is this pattern matching with above? No. Getting my point? But is this pattern matching with downside? Yes. Because what? It is in the second range. 32 to 63. Count the 60 number IP. So obviously not more than 64. This one. Now how much remaining? 28. 12 remaining. This is what? Second network. You can count till the 63. 63 means what? This whole bit on. That is 63. And till also this bit will mention. This is what? 63. Once it becomes 64, pattern change. 64 means what? This 0, 1, 0. This whole 64. But is this matching with second section? It is not matching with upside, but it's matching with downside. Yes. So see third range, 64 to 95. So you can check directly. Now you already get the idea. Check the last. 94. Just a second. You can see easily in counting. Above side range is visible, so you can easily count. 94. 64 we require. Now how much remaining? 30. 14. And then 95. 31 remaining. So 32 is off. This all are 1 becomes 31. Total 95. So till this pattern matching. Getting it? And whenever it's become 96, pattern change. 96 means what? 64 and 32. This become 96. So forget about this section again. We are checking 3 bit extra. So is this pattern matching? No. This is the new pattern. Able to understand? So this is what this actually counting will work. So whenever you want to change the range, in that simple thing logic is what? Host bit. Whatever IP you want, that is decided by host bit. Or you can say depend on the host bit. If you want a more bigger range, you need to increase the host bit. If you want small range, you can decrease the host bit. In any case, whatever changes you do, that opposite on the network. If you decrease this will increase and it will check more bit. If you increase this, it will decrease and it will check less bit. If it will check less bit, so less network, more host. Everyone confirm me, is this clear? This way is section going on, but every 31 IP, you know that it is the 32. What I told you total of this 31. So whenever extra 31 IP pattern remains same and 32 number IP, this pattern will change. You can say 000, then 001, then 010, then 011, and after that this will comes 100 in between comes. Okay, but we decided that we require 30 IP, that's why we require range of 32, and because of 32 only 5 bit is enough. So extra 3 bit we no need to use in our range, otherwise range will be bigger. Any confusion? It's like what? Let's say we purchase the one entire floor and then we divide in the partition. But then according us, if small partition, then multiple room. If big partition, small number of room. But total space is 32 only. That is your choice how you want to adjust that 32. That is what? Subnetting. Any confusion? Online people, is this clear for you?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me give one more example and then I will give you some task to count. Okay. So now let's say I have some different range. What we are using in other, most probably 172.16. So this is by default class B. Then this is the range. And according to what we can write, network bit is 16. Host is also
16.
right? And according that, you know that range is what? Yes, you can say. Okay. But that range will not finish here. In between lots of IP till what? 255.254 and 255.255. This is the normal class B range. 16 bit, 65,000 IP in one range. And that's why in a real scenario, you will not find that class B is using with the default value. Let's say it is possible that 250 IP in one network, so class C directly use. But class B IP, no one using directly. You find multiple MNC company who have 50, 60,000 employees, but all are at same location? No. In one branch, how many? 100, 200, 500 max in one branch. Other branch, other 500 employees, third branch, third 500 employees, whatever. But at a one place, 65,000? No. That's why in a real scenario, we not require this much bigger network. And that's why for class B, subnetting compulsory. Class C optional. If you want to divide, you can. But for class B, compulsory. And again, I'm taking this range as a private. Otherwise, same logic also for public. Because what? In the public also, anyone company purchasing 65,000 IP together for internet, that I want 65,000 internet connection? No. So private IP I'm taking is just as an example. Otherwise, subnetting rules is same, whatever the IP, private, public, or whatever. Because what? In the subnetting, we are just deciding how much bigger range I want. Getting it? So in this, suppose my requirement is 100. By default, it is 16. So now according to this what? I require IP range of 102. 2 extra. Right? And according that, try to count power of 2. How much bit we require? 7. 2 raised to 7, 128. It is bigger, but if we use 2 raised to 6, then only 64. And 64 IP we can't use for 100 IP. So better option is what? 7 bit. Just explanation. Getting it? So what? How many default host bit? Default host bit and require host bit. By default, how many we have? 16. And what I want? 7 only. That means 9 extra. default network bit, and here I'm just changing RHB, you not confused. So require host bit, and here let's say changeable host bit. Just for your counting, okay? We have 16 and 9 extra. How much? 25. So subnet mask will be this way. This is 25. Right? Any confusion? And possible range is, now understand, you can't directly take 102 as I told you. Previously, I just take an easy example that 32 and we have 32 range. But it is not guaranteed that your requirement is always in binary value. Your requirement in decimal value. That should be anything. So you require 100 only. And for that 102 IP only required. But you can't use exactly 102 range according binary. According binary, you need to range of 128. And according that what? This entire network comes under one range. 0 to 127. Then 128 to last. Two part of 128 become 256. Why confused? Everyone? Counting? Any confusion? Why not getting? One block size is 128. That's why these two. Previously, we are dividing in 32 size. Now we need to divide in 128 size. Why confusing? Range you decided here. Everyone getting my point or not? Right now we require range of what? Where I can use 100 IP. So my range is 128 as a binary. 64 I can't use. So 128. And according that only two part. 128 plus 128 256. Online people, are you getting this or not?
Yes, sir.
Previously also one section is what? 256. But on that time we have small part of 32. So from 256, 8 part of 32 or 2 part of 128, total 256. Don't forget that. As I told you that floor example, it is your choice that you want to divide 2 partition of big size or 8 partition of 32 size. Everyone, is this clear, classroom people? Also verify here. According now requirement, what we have? The range is 172, 16. Count. Now we not require this much things. We only going to check one. Why? Because of this binary, see? 25. So first section is remain as it is. Second section also there, third also there. Only possibility here. And according that you can see 1, 25, 30, 31, 32, till where? 125, you can also count 127. One more line you can add. Or let's say here only if I tell 127, then how much? These all are on. So this is become one network. Because now we are only checking 25th number bit. Previously, we are checking 25th, 6th, and 7th. So same IP, but we change our rules. And once it's become 128. Then what? Obviously, first bit itself 1 and pattern change. Clear everyone or any confusion? Okay. So now understand our logic remaining same. Okay. Don't confuse. Sir, it is a very big range. The big range is what by default. You no need to count big range. You need to count our requirement. And that I told you, as a one branch maximum, how much employees? Okay. And also as a one branch is what, but different network. So as a one department, how much employees? 10, 20 maximum. Okay. Let's say call center department, 100 to 100 maximum. So that only counting you need to remember. Whatever the default value, forget about that. Means it is a class B IP or class A IP or class C IP, whatever. It's not like we have different range. Lots of time I see people confused. Sir, I can do the subnetting for class C, it is a small. But for class B, it's bigger, class A more bigger. I'm confused. Why? You no need to confuse in the default range. That is just your starting point. That the end of the counting is what? Only small. Now it is not depend, it is class B or class A, right? Everyone? Any confusion? Okay. So let's do one simple things. Now this is your task. Let's say I have a range of 122 this. Default network bit 24, host bit 8. Class A. And I require 55 host IP. Count. This is your task, counting. Everyone, counting. Final answer given, not only submit. This is your task. If you want to see the steps, is here. But don't count the same thing, okay? It is just the steps. This counting is for 100. Your task is for 55. But just if you want to take a reference for steps. Done, guys? Taking more time, already steps in front of you. Taking long time, guys. Why? $64 subnet. Range. Okay. Online people. Yusuf, Vipasri, Sri Ram, Chandrasekhar.
64 hosts in the per subnet.
Okay.
Range will be 122.0.0.1 to 122.0.0.62.
Okay.
Yep. And broadcast address would be .63.
Good.
Yep.
Everyone, this way, simple 3-4 things you need to find. IP range, first IP, last IP, or you can say network ID, broadcast IP, and subnet. Okay, that's why this is the simple range, simple sequence. Let me copy these steps. It will not use extra time in typing. How much requirement? 57. Because we have 55, 2 extra we want. But as a binary, 57 not comes in the regular bit. Okay, so what you will count? 6. And according that, this is just an explanation. Remaining host bit means what? You already have host bit of 24 and you require only 6. So extra 18 bit is remaining that you can change. So default network bit is 8 and you have 18 extra. How much? 26. And according that your subnet mask is this 26. And according that it's 192. This is your new subnet mask. And your range is what? 64. If you count that, then what you find? 0 to 63. Then 64 to 127. Then 128 to 191 and 192 to 255. Again, total one section we have up to 56 only. From that, one section we discuss what? 32 with the 8 part, 128 with 2 part, and right now what? 64 with 4 part. Total still 256. This is how you can divide the range. Everyone getting this? So actual range, if you want to count, just then what? 122.0.0.0. Then first IP 1. That range kept going. Last valid IP will be 62. And actual last IP is what? 63. Network ID, broadcast IP, valid range. And from that 62 IP, I only want to use 55, 7 IP extra. But compared to this many IP, like what 256, from I will use 55 and 251 IP will be, sorry, 201 IP will be waste. Compared to that, only 7 IP will waste. Okay. So sometime also known subnetting as a third definition. It is using for reducing the wastage of IP. It will not totally vanish, or you can say any single IP not waste. Because what, again, human requirement and binary counting every time will not match. So first example matching, we require 30 plus 2, 32. According binary also 32 is there. But then 55 in binary we don't have 55 or 57. 100 in binary we don't have that. We have like what, 128. So indirectly what it is reducing. So these 3 points if you know and this sequence, then you are easily able to divide any kind of network. Everyone getting this? So now you can compare with our task, which task I given you. In that loop back, one side I write what? 10 dot 1 dot 1 dot 1, right? And 10 dot 1 dot 2 1. Then 10 dot 3 dot 1 1, 10 dot 3 dot 2 2. This way, right? So if I count regular 10 series class A with /8, then what? These all are same network. Only checking 10, 8 bit. And this all are comes under same network, and router will give you the error that IP is overlapping. But once you decided this way, 10.11/24, 10.12/24 means what? This is only in one network, 10.11. Then 0, 1, 2 till 55 you can use. But this is not in this range. It is become different range. Same way here, 10.3.1 and 10.3.2. That I give you in the task. So here it is going to check 24 bit, and so this range is become different. Everyone now get this clarity according task also? Otherwise it is in one network only and it will give the error of overlapping. Confirm me? So I will suggest try to do this kind of some practice. I will also share in the WhatsApp some task for this counting. And I will also share the one website link where you can do this practice. Means where you will find multiple this kind of question just for your practice. Okay, it is just a counting. Later it's not like we want to do anything with networking. In networking, we just need to remember that counting range. Which IP in the same range, which IP not in the same range. So tomorrow, with this logic, we'll discuss dynamic routing. Automatic. Something automatic, something manually. Okay, till now what? We are doing all manual routing. So tomorrow we'll do dynamic routing. Okay. But before that, try to do the task of this counting, because tomorrow totally new topic. If you have the counting doubt, tomorrow in the beginning you can ask. Once I start the topic, again what? Process, concept change. In between you ask the counting doubt, it will create issue. So today only practice, and I already told you in last session also. Now daily practice of the daily topic. Don't mix till the end of the week. That I will do all topic practice in the weekend. Okay, because now all topic is so dependent. Today topic require for tomorrow session. Tomorrow topic require for day after tomorrow session. Any confusion? No. Okay, guys. So we'll meet tomorrow. Bye-bye. Tanvir, want to ask anything?
No, I'm good as of now. If I have
Okay.
any questions, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Bye-bye.